All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is our extreme privilege to be on hand for the Super Bowl. And I can't help but look down on this field, partner, and think about the history of this game and all the great players, all the great teams that have stood on the field for this moment. So special.
This game is so historic that while we call it the Super Bowl now, that wasn't even the name of the first couple. It was the AFL, NFL World Championship game before the Super Bowl really took hold. And think about the Green Bay Packers winning the first two that got us kicked off and started towards where we are today.
And with the whole world watching, at the end of this game, at the end of tonight, one of these two sides, they get to etch their name in NFL immortality.
No doubt about it. They hold up the ultimate symbol of victory in this league, the Lombardi Trophy.
Tiger! Four down, check! Hey, black 22! Black 22!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Single. Check number 6.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. Finds an opening past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Black 22. Black 22.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First down. Banks. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Target. Richmond. Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And running with power here. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. He'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
He's going to get it running right, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Ohio!
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to throw. Banks. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
We got 3. Ohio!
From the gun on 3rd down. Banks got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ohio! Ohio! Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down. Flex round! Flex round!
On first and 10, Banks. Flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Let's go! Spread 38! Spread 38! Ohio! Ohio!
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Watch it, watch it. Ohio, Ohio. Mike 12, Mike 12. Hey, man, watch flex it. Round, flex round. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio.
Operating from the gun. Banks, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, Banks. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing it on third and long. Banks. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Flex round! Flex round!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Throwing on first down. Banks throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Watson buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
4 down. Green the line. Green the line. Hey, watch 16.
Throwing on third down. Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He's trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Banks whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Let's go!
Back to throw. Banks. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Alert! Alert! 3 down! 3 down! You got 3 down! 3 down! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st and 10, Banks. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on the drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tiger! Tiger! Tiger!
To throw on 3rd down. Watson. It's complete to Grant. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this.
Come back! Come back!
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight end right. 4 down. Check.
Throwing again is Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. 66 yards for him on the ground. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Tight end's right. Come on, let's go. White, 90.
Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there.
Ohio!
You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hut! Motion. Reset. Motion. Like 12. Hut! 12. You want this.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Banks. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Mike 7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now, the never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ohio! Come on!
Off the play fake. Banks. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Flex round! Flex round! Kill! Hey, turn it up!
Well, a handoff working losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
To throw on second down. Banks on the move to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Ohio! Ohio! Check back 12. Back 12. Back 12. Flex round! Flex round! Oh, yeah. And here we go. Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing on third and long. Banks. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Watson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Tiger! Tight end's right. Hey, four down. Come back! Motion!
From the red zone now, Watson. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Four down. Check. 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
4 down. Alert.
stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are back within a score. Now a toss down the right side. It's Marshall. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Set the tone, defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Banks. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window, fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance, his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38! He's coming! Flex round! Flex round! Alert flare! Alert flare! Hut! Hut!
Operating from the gun. Banks. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Red 38! Red 38! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter.
Flex round! Flex round! Ringo! Chinese on the Ringo! Chinese on the Ringo! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! He's crashing! He's checking... Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
Throwing on first down. Banks. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right. Let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Flex round. Flex round. Mike 12. Mike 12. Flex round. Flex round. Hey, pick your game. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw again. Banks. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Ohio! Ohio! Check 52.
From the gun, Banks. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Come back, come back. Tight to the right, boys. Tight to the right. Move.
On
Forward down,
1st down, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion,
Richmond.
kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson forced out to his left. On the crossing route, complete. It's Richardson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Two jet. Tiger.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Watson off play action. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far.
Richmond.
This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So an interesting call there to take the three. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Check. Ohio! Let's go, defense. Our time. Flex round! 25, check. Ohio!
On first down, Banks. He's airing it out for... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Target. Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Now a toss coming right side. That's Marshall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
We got three. Ohio!
Back to the air on second down. Banks. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Come on, let's go.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
What? 90. Hut.
Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3 down. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Flex round, flex round. Like 12. Deep. Ohio, Ohio.
On 1st and 10, thanks. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Tight end's right. Set. 380. Red, red, red. Alpha. Q, Q, Q.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
Flex round.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
He runs, he runs, he runs. Flex round. Flex round. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Ohio. Ohio. Let's set a tone. Flex round. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 3 down. Show it eight. Show it eight. Flex round. Flex round. Like 12. Like 12.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Ohio. Ohio. 12's the fight. Ohio. Ohio. Watch the screen. Hut. Hut.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
You got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Safe. Safe. Safe.
And they'll run it here. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So this game will come down to the right leg of Caleb Sturgis. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Hey!
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the